You mentioned tonight that with the downturn in the economy, we've lost some foundations. With the economy the way it is, does that make you feel even more of an obligation to get out and get involved?
Yes. And I've worked hard. I've worked certainly as hard as I've worked since I left the White House this year, trying to reconstitute the financial support for my foundation, because a lot of people that were giving me a lot of money every year lost the ability to do that. So I went out and tried to get more people to give more modest amounts so that we could keep doing that work. But I think that when people are in trouble, that's when you need to do it more. And when we had our global initiative in New York this week, I was amazed, but we had just as many people this year as last year, and they actually made about 40 more commitments this year than they did last year. So I think people get that we're all going to have to pull together and get out of this mess together.
How do you think that the efforts at healthcare reform during your administration are influencing the debate still today?
Well, I think many of the same problems exist, but they're worse today. That is, when I was president, we were spending 4% more of our income than any other country on health care, and we had almost 40 million people without insurance. Now we're spending 6% more on health care than any other country, and we have 46 million without insurance. And there are more and more people who can't afford insurance. And now the other thing is, one reason so many working people never get a raise is all the money that would go into their raise goes into rising health insurance premiums. We are now spending $800 or $900 billion a year more than we would spend if we had any other country's health system, and we don't get better outcomes. So I think that the people now in the Congress who know something needs to be done, I think what they learned before was that when they don't do anything, they get punished, because then the people who like the status quo get to rewrite history and make them pay at the polls. So I think that it's more likely that something good and positive and modest and moderate will be done. I feel good about that. I also know the difference is last time the Republican Party had enough votes to kill anything we did with a filibuster, because they had 45 votes, and 41 can kill anything. This time, I think it's unlikely that the filibuster will kill this. I think in the end, we'll get together, we'll have some bipartisan support, and we'll do something that makes sense. That's what I hope and pray will happen.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.